Grand Tuesday. Hey, how's it going? It's D with Divine Needle. Tuesday. Two. Tuesday. You know, I had some interesting stuff last night happen. First, I was awoken by what sounded like a handsaw, not electric, a handsaw, ripping through metal or cardboard. Sounded like metal. And then later on, I got woke up again with clear, super loud. And I don't think this was in my head. This was not in the room based on the way it felt and the way it sounded. And it was clearly a voice that kind of sounded like my son. 111 on the timer, by the way. I just glanced and it blam at my face. Kind of sounded like my son, but not quite. And the voice said, "Daniel's here." I'm not entirely sure what that meant. Unless I have another archangel in the mix somehow. I don't know. Right now, I just hear Gabriel on my left. That's, I don't know. I hear the other one on the right too. And anyway, they said Daniel's here. Wow. So do I have another one or one that showed up? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, huh? Anyway, woo. You know, Gabriel calls them the great pretenders. And I know exactly what he's talking about. And yeah, I need to do that video still about that big download I got. Because they want me to pass along the info. FYI. Whew. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a grand Tuesday. The energy is still with the graduation. Uranus in alignment with the North Node. Interesting because in the tropical, it's lined up in Earth, Mars, Uranus, and the North Node, right? But if you look at the sidereal, that lineup's happening in Aries, in fire energy. So could that be what that solar flare is all about? Mars in Aries? Very likely. It's interesting because in the sidereal Lahiri, Cancer season's just now starting. And Venus and Black Moon Lilith are in Gemini. The other thing that's very interesting is in the tropical, Saturn is in the home sign of Aquarius. But if you look at the sidereal, he stepped out of Aquarius and is backed up into Capricorn, joining retrograde Pluto. And Neptune is indeed retrograde in Pisces, 1 degree, barely. So it may, I don't know if it backs up into Aquarius or not, according to the Lahiri, but yeah, I'm going to start paying attention to both of those. And Chiron is stationary in Pisces on the sidereal. Let's look at the tropical, see if it's stationary there too. Yes, in Aries. Okay. The moon in the tropical is in Aries at the moment. But if you look at, and that rules the head, teeth, tongue, and arteries. So, not a good place to be having surgeries, according to Farmer's Almanac and many other sources. Um, but everything else, game on, because we're in the waning moon, which is the good moon. The waxing is where you don't want to be having anything done. Um, what's interesting is if you look at the sidereal, the moon's actually in Pisces, not Aries. Hmm. And based on that, that's feet, toes, pineal gland. Okay. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, that weirdness with the Daniel's hair uh, in the wee hours of the morning. They're giving me 222 again, by the way. And during this, the 111. 111 is not a number I like. Not a number I like at all. As a matter of fact, that's more like 911. 111 is something really, really bad's getting ready to happen. And they gave me that just as we started this. I just happened to glance. Not on purpose. It was just, yeah. Anyway, everything happens during these readings for a reason. 111. Today is the 19th, the day the solar flare hits us and hits everything that's in above the planet. We're going to have something crashing into the water in the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe more. And it may be because of that solar flare. Things not functioning properly that are flying above the planet. The other thing that's interesting, I haven't posted a results video. I will. Is if you remember that reading, it showed what looked like a projectile of rock or something causing damage to a satellite, and the James Webb. Not only did it malfunction with the shields, but it was indeed hit by an asteroid. And so that's 3 hits on that reading. So that reading's accurate AF. And we're just waiting to see what rest of the fallout is from the solar flare. Anyway, as above, so below. We're waiting for the fallout. Because I have a funny feeling. Oh, on the micro and the macro. This is the sidereal. If it's all happening in Aries, in actuality, because that's the actuality of the planetary, if you're looking from the Earth up, I just heard hell to pay. Woo, woo. I have a feeling on the micro, that's some people getting some karma. Please do not be the one that instigates somebody getting karma, and please don't celebrate that as much as they might deserve it. Feel bad for them, okay? Okay. So, yeah, I'll post the results video. I know I keep promising to do the video about the download. Sometimes when you get uh, information you're tasked with delivering. Sometimes you fight with that. And I've had to struggle with that in my head a few days and them answering questions telepathically that I've had. I don't question a lot, but this I was questioning, and I totally 100% get where they're coming from. And you will too once you hear the video. You'll totally understand why we are where we are. Okay. And that'll be super helpful in your movement forward. And remember, this is a test. Not kidding. Everybody's getting tested right now. And if you're not aligned, um, walking in balance, if you're doing any double card stuff, fear mode, being in fear, if you're supporting addictive, um, and they're mostly concerned with the whole drugs and alcohol thing, but also sexual addictions. If you're trying to manipulate others to get what you want, if you're gaslighting people, um, it's funny because I see more Christians gaslighting people than anybody else. Hmm. Ever ask why? I can tell you. It's because who they're actually worshiping, they have no idea. It's not good energy, I can tell you that. Anyway, it is a test, and how we behave right now, it matters. It really does. I know we're only human, but we have to do our best, okay? Anyway, so for Tuesday, let's find out what the Voyager wants to tell us. Oh, yeah, I was going to bring up that card. Let me see it because I want to remind you guys of what was on that card that was telling me so much about what was coming on that uh, reading. Just so you have a better mental picture and jog your memories a little bit for anybody that might have a little difficulty with brain fog. And yes, that's all part of the virus and the programming, the reason for your brain fog. It's this one right there. Oh, wow. And the other card's right next to it still. See? Those two were together. Both reaching for the same thing, but one is older and one is younger. Remember in the reading, I was talking about, let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. See that? A projectile and circuitry malfunctioning on a satellite of some sort. James Webb Telescope being hit by an asteroid. Bingo, bango, nailed that one. But there's more coming because there's a hull breach. And that was a hull breach, by the way. But there's more. And it has to do with that solar flare. And the communication issues with many satellites and stuff. So we're going to have that's playing out right now. This is playing out. 10 of Wands, that's fire energy. That's big fire energy. And let me also remind you that the Perseids meteor shower is also very indicative of big fire energy incoming. Anyway, just a reminder that, and this is unduly carrying the burden of others. But yeah, and remember I was hearing shields up, shields up. Yeah, there's still more coming. I haven't even looked at the more microcosm, not the space thing's macrocosm. Really macro. Local space. Macro. There's bigger macro than that, but there you go. But remember, this happens on graduated levels of the micro clear down to the little amoebas and all that stuff clear up through. Okay? So it affects everything. Everything's connected. All right, we're going to separate those cards. And get on with the reading. Here we go. For the collective, Tuesday, July the 19th. For the collective. Tuesday. Emperor. That's Aries. They're doubling down on the sidereal when they put that card out. Yep, doubling down. The Emperor. Let's take a close look. Because I'm trying to teach you at the same time that you're watching how to be a semi-autician like I am. Read the signs, they're all around us. Ooh, guess what just popped out at me? Not only do we have what looks like possibly the Twin Towers here in that third building, because remember the other card had 3 buildings too. The other thing that's popping out at me is this spiky building. The Shard. Ooh, what are you guys telling me here? See, we still have something screaming in. We still have something screaming in. And here we go with that fire energy in the river. Seedlings. It's interesting because I'm not the only one. A lot of people are nurturing either cuttings or seeds right now. I am too. See, Aries card, the Ram. Money. It's funny because they're coming forward and kind of admitting they're researching the idea of digital coin. The governments. Trust me, they've had that plan for a very long time. And they are the ones responsible for the current crash of digital currency. Everything happens for a reason. Everything's connected. Because here's problem, reaction, solution, their playbook. Problem, reaction, solution. The problem? We have people playing with digital currencies. That's a no-no. It got Lincoln shot and killed and Kennedy. You guys think you were going to get away with doing something that they weren't a part of, that they weren't benefiting from. Got another thing coming. Judas Priest. They infiltrated it. How? Well, they bought into it, and then they started selling in mass to crash it on purpose. FYI. Anyway, hope you guys are listening. There's a whale breaching the water here. A whale breaching. See, that's that breaching energy again. It's still here. That's it. You know, the breaching of the digital markets, the infiltration, right? They're in everything, trust. But something is screaming. All right, let's read from the book, shall we? Emperor card. Key 4. The emperor, represented by King Philip and his son, right here. Alexander the Great. My son's name is Alexander, FYI. And I always knew since I was a young child I was supposed to name him that. It's really funny because Michael Tessarian said something about sons named Alexander, didn't he? They always name their sons Alexander. Yeah. Wow, right? Anyway, sorry, I digress. Oh, my husband's in the chat. He's also sitting right next to me. Anyway, symbolizes the law of material worldly development. Also, keep in mind this emperor is about control, this card. It's about those that would like to control you. Like the emperor, be a builder who contributes to the material evolution of the world, the new material evolution of the world, which is living in harmony with it. The ones controlling things right now are not living in harmony. They're destroying it. As the father and Aries, you are a pioneer. Father a new world for yourself and others. And yes, I'm talking to all of you. Your ambition and aspirations compel you to move ahead on new plans and visions. Be a mover and a shaker, an initiator and a doer. Driven by fame and fortune, power and influence, you make your mark on the world, particularly in business and politics. Keep in mind, don't be like them. Ever. Because you will fail the test. To build your empire, possess the mental clarity of the eagle, the emotional strength of the whale, and the physical energy of the ram. To achieve your clearly defined goals, have the leadership, will, decisiveness, daring, and organization of the great kings. How about the great queens? And no, not the sitting one. You are led by a strong ego and competitiveness to gain monetary riches and professional recognition. Remember, don't let your egos get the best of you. Do your damnedest not to let that happen, because that's the devil card energy. Okay. The shadow or negative side of the Emperor, the need to be in control, dominating with a patriarchal attitude, lack of flexibility and dictatorship. That's exactly what you guys are living under right now. And we need to somehow change that, right? Step by step. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. They wanted Moonology cards today, so we are going to do it. Moonology for the collective. What do we need to know? Do you know? I don't know, but we need to know, right? We need to know. We need to know. Breaching. All right, feel for it. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Anything else? Yes. Okay. Give them another shuffle. Ooh, way up in the top. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Okay, guys. You ready for this? Let's see what they say. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. There it is. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. That's interesting because when my husband and I first met physically in the holodeck, that was an altered state of reality. Not even joking. It was surreal. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If it all sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Hmm. So we're using our heart instead of our heads. Okay. For some of us, aka Aquarius, Virgos, and some others, using our heart instead of our head, that's a tough one. Good luck overcoming that. You will do it. I promise. Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, it is. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Okay. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The teaching, like I said, avoid being deceptive. Those of you out there trying to manipulate others to get your way, stop it. Okay. I know you're playing your roles on the holodeck, but it's time to stop that nonsense if you want to graduate. And do not deceive others. Brushing things under the rug and lying is not the way you do things. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. Okay. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. By the way, remember that Uranus North Node is happening in Aries, and Saturn has moved into Capricorn. Try to remember that. And it joins Pluto retrograde. They're both retrograde in Capricorn. All right. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, you are being too aloof or detached. Or are you? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. Attune to the moon. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Additional meanings, because the lessons were learned. Okay? Additional meanings. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. Both these cards are saying the same thing. Use your heart, not your head. A friend needs you. Be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. The teaching. Every full moon is a time to release and let go, but the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. Aquarius is the opposite of clingy, and pulling this card at any time suggests you either need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones who need to let go, perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected. Okay? Definitely lines up with what the other readers are getting. There was a bunch of people acting like narcissists and a bunch of empaths telling them to get the F out, so to speak. Yeah. Pettiness, gaslighting, and all that fun stuff is not the way you treat somebody that you care about. Tearing them down in front of others, that's like a huge no no in my book. Don't know about you guys, but that's like cruelty in my eyes. Okay. So, that Melody, how's it going? Mesquite, how's it going? Keisha, how's it going? Glad you guys are here. Thanks for joining us on our Voyager journey through Revelations. All right. They wanted the double deck of Spirit Keepers. So we shall do what they like. The breaching energy. Looks like the shard, kind of. There's 3 buildings here in this background. Is that the new trade center? A breach. New trade center. It's the one that replaced the Twin Towers, remember? Mm, something screaming in. Keep in mind the Greek overlay, I call it. Roman Greek overlay. Something germinating, something screaming in. Fire energy. And please don't forget about the forecast for Mount Teedy in September, because that's a coming too. In Tenerife. And that's just off Morocco for anybody that's looking. According to their maps, anyway. Yeah, I found out Mandela effect style that the map's not necessarily what you thought. Just saying. Okay. All right. If you hang around, I might pull a card for you at the end, okay? And I'm glad you're here. So much can be learned. It's interesting. We have the star card on the bottom. Okay. Overall energy for the collective for Tuesday, the 19th. Overall energy for the collective. All right. I was just pushing the energy into the cards. If you wonder what I'm up to, overall energy for the collective. Overall energy. Memory keeper. Convalescent. So 6 of chalices, 4 of swords, 9 of chalices, the wish granted, and the shining waters, waves and the undying. 3 floating in the water. Three. All right. Memory keeper. That's reminiscing. It can also be somebody connected to your past, friends, family. somebody you grew up with, brother, sister, etc. What's the highest priority for the collective? Highest priority for today for the collective. Highest priority for the collective. Tower in reverse. I felt that energy. A tower in reverse. A tower in reverse. They also use this to tell me about the breach. And it's in reverse. There's that, on the Saving Mysteries picture, the lightning storm in the canyon, and it falls down into the water. Yeah. There's our solar flare. Woo! Well, they just keep talking about that, don't they? It's pretty important, evidently, or it wouldn't be here. All right. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? See, there's wounded. Wounded. 3 floating in space. See, because the water above, water below, right? The water's above and the water's below because the water's above or space. Okay. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Wow, that was weird. Okay. What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? Wow, they're just like pulling them from the deck on me. They're like yanking them from the deck. I'm not kidding. Let's see what we have on the bottom. And guess who's still there? Out of all those cards. But that's Key 17, the healer from the Vitruvian edition. Star card, card of Aquarius. Key 17 breaks down to an 8. For those of you in the numerology, let's see what we have. The erudite. I know what this means on the macro. Yeah. Healing, new beginnings, and a move. Or a trip. Or the big victory card. That's a graduation card. So is that. This whole combo is graduation. Oh, look at there. Oh, look at all the major arcana lined up under here. And the minor champion. These two. This is the minor of that one. Oh my gosh, you can't believe this. And then a court card. And there's the Queen of Earth, which is the King of Earth, Archangel of Mysteries, angel who illuminates the shadow cast by the Emperor. There we are with that Judgment card again. Apocalypse, Age of Aquarius, the beginning of the end of that right there. Because it's supposed to be this right there. Sharpshooter, fast incoming fire energy. Woo! So our underlying theme is about healing and new beginnings, and probably for some of you, this could be a trip that you're taking to the ocean or what have you. But this is telling me something about the stars and the earth, the bread of life, and a chariot of fire. A chariot of fire. There we go. Spirit in Search of Science. That's the card they use, the Fool card they use for me when they want me to look at the scientific space realm. There's that cocoon, Phoenix Rising energy. Hierophant. Oh, here we go again with that whole theme. See how that on the Hangman, Odin's Eye, is above the Hierophant. Worshiping. Your booty. Aries energy, Taurus energy, messages, Foundation energy, and joined one, Two of Cups. That's a ship's wheel. This is see, remember they were giving me the ship's wheel and the Two of Cups the other day? Except for I think they were this way. This is them talking about linking up with space stations or ships coupling, right? A fortress, a big ship joining. Spirit in Search of Science again. And there's that floating one again, and the Two of Cups again. Shining winds, fast incoming. Mercury. And we got the big ship, the King of Cups. Hit with great force. Oh, the demon. Causing freedom, deliverance, independence, holding back, and the Sun card. Captor after that. See, they're talking. They're still talking. Yeah, there's 3. See, there's the 3. The journeyman, dedicated focus. 3, 3 floating in the water. And the corruptor. Burdened. Messages. Learning the truth. Having to pick a path about the big ship. And the corruptor yet again. Splashdown in the water. Landing in the water. Wounded. Wounded. Death. Or transition. Wow. Okay. I dug way too deep into that. So they're talking about, for some of you, this is just a new beginning, going on a healing journey so you can get your head together. Okay? Look at things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. That's microcosm. Okay? Overall energy, something from your past. This could be a child or siblings or somebody you grew up with. But memory keeper, reminiscing energy as well. 4 swords. This is resting after strife. Contemplation energy. That's very much like the outlaw. Okay. Ooh, operating outside of established rules of institution. Okay. Star card. It's right there in the window. Mixing the alchemy to heal. So a lot of you, this is about a trip, maybe with friends or family. Somebody from the past, a child, possibly even. A trip that provides some healing and perspective. Okay. It is a wish granted. It's very satisfying and moving forward with a cup of love. An offer. Remember, this one's hesitant. This one will hesitate. And I think this is the hesitation. It's like, do you or don't you? Tower energy. Highest priority. Reverse tower. Something screaming in. So I'm not positive yet, but it feels like the solar flare may cause, you know, a breach in the financial market. Also, notice the whales coming up. That's that uprising energy. The whales surfacing. And pushing up a small seedling. Hmm. Getting more from that card. Oh boy. Okay. Highest priority, reverse tower. Everything that crumbles. This is the material and the spiritual world colliding. Well, this is definitely the material world right here. This Emperor card. Something's colliding with a tower. And I was not going to say it, but there's something screaming in. Something screaming in. This is unavoidable. The tower upright can sometimes be avoided, but when it's upside down, unavoidable change. That's that lightning energy that was in the Sabian Mysteries picture in the canyon. Something between the two is a third. This was built to replace the two. Are they pulling another stunt? You know, because they crashed the digital market. The regular market's in bad shape. Highest priority is something that can't be avoided. It's where the material and the spiritual world collide. So the materialistic people colliding with the spiritual. Just saying, that's happening. The materialistic ones. What to be mindful of, prepare for, the erudite. This is Hermit of the Mysteries. This is the Deep Diver card. Card of Virgo. So something comes screaming in, crashing in to your world. And it's your highest priority. What to be mindful of, prepare for. An erudite. So some of you, this could be a Virgo coming. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna take cards on the reverse tower. Cards on the reverse tower. We're almost getting to the point we might as well call all the revelations readings, prediction readings, basically. Because I can see a lot of stuff playing out. A lot. It's just sorting out what's the most important thing to talk about so you guys are aware. This card is very African themed. Recently there's countries, Gabon, they were in the readings, and they were joining the NWO, so to speak. And oh, just adding more to the coffers, right? The collection. More on the tower, please. Something's getting a direct hit. Could be a financial market. That the One World Trade Center and the Shard. See, this feels very Europeanish, right? See, Rome runs all that. See that right there? Yeah. Something's going to take a hit. Unavoidable hit. And it's either the one here in the US or the one over there. This could be literal, or it could be in the financial hit kind of thing. Let's see if they give me any clarity on this reverse tower. Oh, and that crawled upside down. Did you see that? It rolled, literally kind of did a cartwheel, bloop, bloop. Instability, balance, Two of Pentacles, rough seas, super imbalance. Something, fire energy, upside down. These are upside down, just like the tower. What are they trying to tell me? It's coming from space, from the water above. A chariot of fire. Now, what are the odds that a chariot of fire will hit a tall tower? They're also talking about that hull breach and something landing in the water. The three floating in space, right? Those three floating in the water. And there's a fourth one. Hesitating. Oh. Okay, you heard the microcosm. Some of you, this is a move or a trip. Expect a Virgo. But something comes screaming in. Just screaming. I'm going to sit with this energy a little bit off camera. I'll do some more because we're sitting in a little over an hour right now. Okay. Sorry, guys. I get lost in these readings. You have to. It's like if you don't let it absorb you, you won't get what they're laying down. See what I'm saying? Okay. Anybody in the chat starting right now after Sai, after their post, if you have a question or like a card pulled, I'm game. So I'll count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So nobody needs cards. So I am going to sit with this energy a little bit more. But something about some building getting a direct hit from a night of fire. So it could be this. It's also could be talking about the financial markets and this whole solar flare thing. Just saying. But also some building getting hit by something coming screaming in. Could be UK's shard thingy. Breach. And that breach could be from the air, so that could mean an electronic breach. Okay. So it may not be an exact, but it could be. It could be definitely because it's fire energy this night. See, here you're managing to juggle over the rough seas. Here you're not. This is instability. Something coming down. It'll make new way for the new. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Educated Gypsy. I'll pull you a card real quick. Okay. Do you have a question? Or just you'd like to get one? Man, it's almost noon. 11:49. And it's hot. Oh, and I just heard that song again. The heat is on.
Yeah, you should step outside.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
And we got plants to plant this evening. We need to run the water out of the hose because it'll have heated up really. The other day I picked that thing up and it was burning my hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll need to run the water out of the hose before we water the new plantings. Okay. All right. Educated Gypsy, are you still there? I'm going to take a guess that you are. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Is there a book in you? We all have a book inside of us. It's cellular memory, soul memory. There's always a book waiting to come out, I can tell you that. But let's see what the cards say. Yeah. Unstable. Unstable. Something doesn't fit anymore. And you're going to have to restart. A tower card. Yeah, I could feel that energy in the astrology. And it's definitely in the reading. Wowza. Something that you previously built is going to come crumbling to the ground and forcing you to start something new. So it could be that you're reading that wrong. I don't know. Oh, that's your marriage. Ah, okay. I could do a clarity card. Just let me look at a clarity card on the tower for her. Clarity on the tower. That way you'll know what it's about specifically, but something doesn't fit anymore. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. There's a brand new beginning waiting, holding back, carrying the burden of somebody else. Queen of Cups, the emotional, um, and turning your back. Is that a water sign you're turning your back on, or are you a Queen of Cups? Are you a water sign? Or are they a water sign or exhibiting the Queen of Cups energy? Miss Melody, how's it going? Left a message and it disappeared, huh? Weird. That happens to me too, just saying. He's Pisces and you're Scorpio. Oh, okay. Well, this would be the King of Cups if it were you. So this is you turning your back on that. It's stopping your new beginning. Something doesn't fit anymore. It needs to come down. Okay? Get the message? You're not going to be able to start your new beginning. They're telling you that that's not happening until you release. A lot of people are having to release a lot of people right now. Okay? Is he gaslighting you? Making you feel less than? Unimportant? Miss Melody, would you like a card? Every waking moment, yeah. Walk away, sister. We don't have time for narcissists. You have a mission to do. And you can't start that until you do. I know it takes a lot of courage and strength. That was coming out too, the strength card a lot. Okay. But it doesn't fit in your life anymore. Energy pull for Miss Melody. Gotcha. Energy pull for Miss Melody. Energy pull for Miss Melody. You gotta love the AE weight, the workhorse. I call it a workhorse. Yeah. Energy for Miss Melody.
I'm a workhorse too.
Yeah, just like my husband. My husband loves this deck. I don't blame him. I do too. And it's the cheapest little deck. We both love it.
For me, it's mainly the symbology.
Yeah.
I don't really like how it looks.
Energy for Miss Melody.
Come on, buddy.
Ooh, they gave me more than one. That's cool. King of Swords, the intellect, the scientist, the professional, the specialist, the intellectual. A fishy offer. Because it's a small offer. Transitioning. Energy. Endings. Bring new beginnings. The sun back there between the two towers. It's interesting because that's going on in that card too. being seen, victory. See, they're both riding a white horse. They're both riding a white horse. Remember what they were saying, using our hearts rather than logic in some cases. But this is talking about logic. Reason it out. This offer. Okay. So in this particular thing, it's talking about using your head, or this could be an air sign making a gesture of some sort towards you. The transition energy. But also endings. Ending in victory. Sorry, my brain is still in this reading down here instead of yours. I'm sorry. So, ending in victory. So, something about a small offer, token kind of thing, dealing with an air sign. So, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Most likely Aquarius, though, because it's King of Swords. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. Cool. Anybody else want me to pull a card for them? Or cards, depends on what they want you to know. M. Sai. Priyanka, are you still there? Because I know you asked a question above. I can pull a card for you if you like. Yes, no? Are you popping in and out? I know some people do that. They'll pop in your stream and then they'll leave. Come back and see if you answered them. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll sit with this energy some more because my head's still kind of trying to be in it some. So, just going back to the Stone Age, you just heard with this, and Druid, the erudite in the cave, right? Huh. Okay. Your soulmate's a Libra. Okay. Yeah. Well, expect the Virgo for sure to come back around. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm out. If I get anything else from this reading, I mean, because they're not really talking about timing, so I'm guessing that's today, tomorrow, between now and the next reading. This. Okay. Because they didn't give me timing cards. Nope, nope. They did not. So this is immediate future. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, leaving comments and stuff. It helps build the exposure for the channel, which helps them learn about these events that are coming up and what to do, heads up kind of stuff. Like the people in Tenerife, they need to know about Mount Titi in September so they can prepare their little bags to get out quick when they need to with their most important possessions. Yep, yep. That's what the reading was talking about. So keep that in mind. And readings like this talking about astronauts and financial markets and stuff, okay? Anyway. And feel free to share it with your friends too, Facebook group or whatever, okay? Yeah. And if you would like a private, personal video reading, information's in the description. Yep. Okay. Have a good one, you guys. And I will see you. Yeah, I got a results video to do. And like I said, that huge download I got. Yeah. And don't forget what they told me this morning. Daniel's here. And if that's the Archangel, that's good news. So maybe I've got a third one around. We'll have to see. Anyway, talk to you again later.